loud and clear. Might hear me on the radio.
Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Hey, before I get into today's video, don't forget I've got a third channel now, Farpoint Mowers and More. If you're into small equipment, garden tractors, riding mowers, how-to videos on small engines and stuff like that, well, I hope you'll follow me over there as well. Anyway, on to tonight's video. I got this brand new radio from Retevis. This is the HA1UV. It's a dual band radio, and we're going to take a look at it tonight. I'm just going to go ahead and take everything out of the box. We'll see what we got, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we do have ourselves a nice charging base with a USB-C cord that goes to that. That plugs into it. Doesn't come with a wall wart. I wish they would. Not everyone has, outlets that have that stuff built in, and I'm one of those, not everyone's. Also comes with a belt clip. You do need to install that. However, 2 screws are provided, so you just put that there. And a wrist strap. These things can be so much fun to install, but this one, it actually looks like they gave quite a bit of room. So let's see if I could do this with my elderly eyes and shaking hands. I think I can. I did. I can't believe it. That might be the easiest wrist strap I have ever installed on a radio ever. I'm very happy and surprised. And then we do have a programming cable. Something to note, seems to be happening more and more. Used to be you'd unscrew this and you would have your mic and earphone plug for, you can do an earpiece and all the rest. Now they've gone to a different style. It's like a digital pad. It's got 3 pins. It is nice that they're including that. I'm not Mr. Ham Radio by any means. There's a lot of great channels out there that are probably far more knowledgeable when it comes to this sort of stuff than I am. But I'm kind of curious as to why that change happened. So if you have any idea, I'd love to know. Maybe share it with me. I do have a manual here, the HA1UV two-way user's manual, and it looks like it's 18 pages in English, which is always nice. So clearly a programmable radio. You can change a lot of the stuff around on it. It has tons of features, it looks like here. Yeah, feature summary, 256 channel storage, standard CT, CSS, DCS tones, supports splitting. Selectable high, medium, and low transmit power, channel scan / priority scan, wide and narrow bandwidth. It does have a 1.77-inch color LCD screen. It does have channel name, number, and frequency display, backlit keyboard, busy channel lockout, and low battery alert. 3 programmable function keys. It is IP67 waterproof. If you're not familiar with that, splashes. I wouldn't want to try to go swimming with it, but you drop it, you pick it up, you're good. It has a 2800 milliamp hour Type-C charging battery, FM radio built in, emergency alarm function, DTMF signaling, dual standby, sub-PTT customized key, 3 key lock modes, and NOAA receiving. So it does have weather channels as well. And then it kind of gets into all of the details, and there are quite a few of them. So yeah, pretty cool. I like the fact that we're still getting printed manuals here in 2025. As for the radio itself, definitely feels substantial. I mean, I could maybe hammer a nail with this thing or something. I don't know. It is, it's going to pass the drop test for sure. I can't squish it. I can't squeeze it in a way that feels like it's flexible. So it is a durable thing, I would imagine, for law enforcement, security, building maintenance, things like that. This would be a great radio. Up here on top, built-in antenna, although, yeah, I believe, and I'm correct, that you can unscrew that, so you could probably put an extended range antenna on there if you needed to or wanted to. It does have the emergency button up here. We do have channel select, volume on and off, and right here, there is the transmit button. Okay, on this side, we have those 2 function keys, and we have our push to talk. On this side, we just have where we would plug in our newer style of Bluetooth or wireless microphone and earbud, but it's also where our programming cable goes. The back, charging port right there, also does include a standard USB-C cable, so you can actually charge without needing a charging base. That I do like. That's something that has started to show up on radios more often, and I appreciate that. I want charging bases. I want to be able to plug it in and leave it and come in to work the next day and it's ready for me. But I don't want that to be the only way in case I'm out in a vehicle or something like that. I want to do a quick charge on it. Cool. On the front, obviously, speaker mic, keypad, and our screen. So what I'm going to do now is get the camera closer in and we will take a closer look. I'll go through some of the menu stuff, some of the stuff. Obviously, I can't cover everything and be an hour-long video, but I'll go through some of the main features and functions of this radio, and then we'll wrap things up. Let's do it. All right, well, here we are. We'll go ahead and turn it on. And you can see we do have a dual scan mode here. And we can go either with channel or frequency in this case, right? Our channels that we can change through, it looks like it has 4 programmed in. You can also see dual band, right? 2 meter and 440. Okay. Lit up, nice backlit keypad. I would imagine it turns off after a few seconds, but we can get into the menu here and we will change that around. And let's do that. Let's go into menu. And we can go use our up-down arrows here if you're interested. Display mode, frequency, name, or channel. I prefer channel. So we'll go ahead and hit that. And then, let's see here, we'll go down to band setting. Band A and band B. If you just want to use it on 2 meter or 440, you can also do that and get rid of it. In fact, let's do that. There we go. Yeah, let's get rid of B. Okay. All right, and then backlight, how long we want to keep that on. Brightness levels. Do I want it on for 10 seconds, 5 seconds, right? We're going to leave it on. We're going to leave it on all the time just for filming here. So hopefully y'all be able to see that. And we also, if we go up, we have the brightness there that we can also change. Okay, key function. Key lock mode, key lock setting, and side key function. Audio. Do we want audio enabled? We can adjust our mic gain, right? We make our gain low or high. I think I'll leave it at normal. Vox settings, if you want to use your Vox setup. Power save, let's see what that offers us. So we have different modes and we have a delay. Change that around. Menu, timeout settings. I like, yeah, no limit. I get tired of like where you're looking for something and if you have to reference the manual and then like it blinks out and you have to go through it all again. So I appreciate they added that feature. That's not something I usually see. Language is fairly self-explanatory. Save channel. Radio information, we can see what model it is, when the software, so 7/27 of 24, I'm filming this January 20 something of 25, so pretty recent. And then back up to the top. In the zone, let's get into the zone here. We got all channels, or we can add zones. So if you are working at a large facility and you only want to be able to communicate with the people in your area, let's say, well, I'm going to use businesses because that's what I think of these as, is business radios, even though they're ham radios. The like construction is happening. Well, I'm going to have the concrete crew on one. I might have the electricians on another zone, that kind of stuff. If I were a business that's operating, do I want security on zone 1? I'll add a second zone for maintenance. I'll add a second zone for parking lot duty, whatever it is, you know. All right, channel down here. Let's see what that's all about. So we can enter in our channels, and we got just 4 of them saved, but you can obviously add. Scan mode, I prefer scan. Like let's go. So we have scan conditions, scan mode, right? If I go into scan mode, there's 2 choices. Do I want to listen for a voice? Do I want to wait for time? And I love that. So more and more, this, less and less people on the air. I can sometimes switch to a channel where it's stopped because somebody just keyed off, and it'll wait 5 seconds if I want to set that up before it continues its scan. That's nice. TX mode, right? Let's see. Do we want selected, last active channel, or designated channel? So do we always want to transmit on one channel if we're, again, in a business that activates to everyone? If I have a master control radio. Priority channels, channel list, hang time. Pretty cool there. Signaling. Let's get into it. What do we want? Common settings. Let's get into that. Decode settings, ID settings, right? We can get into all that. Emergency. Emergency 1. What channel are we going to want to program in there? Type, mode, right? What are we gonna set up there for that? So all this, I mean, this takes a long time to set these radios up initially, but once they're in there, I mean, it's done. Call tone, so we can change our tones if we want to have, again, like subgroups. FM radio mode, weather alert, and factory reset is in there, and there you go. I mean, this thing is just packed. A nice close-up of it here. There's our 2 function buttons, push to talk here. Run through the channels. I've switched it to just single band channel mode. You could put it back to frequency. But again, like the way I see a radio like this, sure, could it be used as a ham radio? Yeah, definitely. This is a perfect business band radio. You program in the frequencies you want to use. The average guy or gal that's on the job site does not need to know the frequency. He doesn't need to know all of that extra stuff. He just needs to know what channel to turn to for what hey, who am I talking to? Office is channel 1, security's channel 2, patrol in the lots is channel 3, and factory floor is channel 4, whatever. You can set it up that way. That's why I think these are great business band radios. They just kind of have that going. They're durable. You put it on the charging pad here in the evening, right, and forget about it. Come back in the morning, it's ready for you to go to work. Nice backlit keypad if you do need to do extra stuff with it, but these, once they're programmed, pretty much leave them alone. Pretty nice. Well, if you have any questions about that, feel free to leave a comment. I'll see what I can do. And of course, I will leave a link to where you can pick that up. Retevis is a pretty decent company. Like, I remember 4 or 5 years ago when they first reached out to me and said, hey, we got some radios we want you to review. They were messing with like FRS stuff. They really had a limited audience. I think they had the HD1 ham radio and then a lot of FRS, a few GMRS, really no business band stuff. Now it's like every one of their radios is a great radio. They're all pretty heavy duty. And yeah, this looks like another continuation of that. The HA1UV. Pretty cool. I guess I'll see you next time, my friends. Take care.